never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
When the Mojave turns on you, you're liable to end up in a shallow grave with an extra hole in your head.
How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Mother named me Cal. So yeah, I can tell you my name.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework.
Well, I would certainly
You
prefer
better
not to
tell
have
me if I
bits
left
of bullet
anything out of
still
place.
stuck in my skull, so I appreciate that.
How'd I do?
I gotta say, Doc, you did a pretty darn good job. Everything seems to be in its rightful place, so I appreciate the work you've done.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Oh, I'm in no hurry, Doc. Don't worry.
Ooh, looking good so far.
Got something up
Go
there.
ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
Alright, let's take a look. Alrighty. Cal is a pretty perceptive and durable individual. He's pretty quick on his feet and handy with a firearm. And surprisingly, surviving a bullet to the head, he's not the luckiest. Although one could argue, getting shot in the head in the first place would indicate pretty poor luck.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good.
Well, I'm still
but that
alive, so
don't
that's
mean
pretty
the
good
bullet
news to
can
me.
give you nuttered in a bighorn and drop it. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Sounds good to me. I guess I've got nowhere to be in a hurry, so do what you gotta do, Doc.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Dog.
Ferret. Guess cat is close enough to a ferret. Furry with a tail.
House.
Friends. So investment? You invest into a friendship, so yeah, I'll do that.
Night.
Shadows. Shroud. Close enough.
Bandit.
Torch him. Stab him. Stab him.
Light.
Heavy.
Mother.
Caretaker. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
I'll have to disagree with that. Living on the frontier in the desert, you tend to come into conflict a fair amount. Obviously, I got shot in the head, so I can't exactly say that I don't get involved with various conflicts. So I'm going to have to disagree with you, Doc.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Again, I'm going to have to disagree. Having a trustworthy, reliable person who's got your back out here is never a bad thing. Shouldn't have maybe put as much trust or followed those 3 people that got me into the situation, but live and learn.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
Strongly disagree with that one, Doc. Usually, being the center of attention puts a pretty big target on your back, which in this area usually puts a higher probability of you getting shot at. Not something I'm super keen to have done or repeat, given recent events.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Slow to adapt equals very quick to die. So I'm going to disagree with that statement very heavily.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Yeah, I like to kind of keep things light and free. Go with my gut.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
To me it looks like it could be like a couple chain links breaking or something like that. So I guess given my options on your little questionnaire, broken chain.
Okay. How about this one?
Definitely looks like two boats that are probably headed to the bottom of the lake, ocean, sea. So I guess closest you've got is a ship at sea.
Last one.
Definitely a mushroom cloud right there.
Well, that's all she wrote.
So what does it
I
say?
don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results.
So what's the point of this?
See if it all seems right to you.
Well, it's a good thing you let me look because these could not be further from what I am. I'm more of a quick, accurate shot. Somebody can make sure I keep my gear in proper working order, and who's fairly adept at kind of using the resources given to me by the wasteland and the Mojave Desert. Yeah, I would say I am pretty happy with that.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Funny you should say that. If I remember correctly, I had an uncle years back. Got into a tussle with some local raiders in the Southern California, LA area. He kind of got shot in the head. He unfortunately did not survive it. But I would also hazard, with my minimal medical and scientific knowledge on this particular point, it's probably not a genetic trait. Unless you count poor judgment as a genetic trait. Up in the air on that one. Alright, Cal is, for the most part, a jack of all trades. Having been born in near the ruins of Caltech in LA, Southern California, and then kind of getting uprooted and moved out east rather, towards the Mojave. You kind of have to pick up a lot of knowledge on various little things to make your way out and make a living. So he can do a fair amount of things at a decent enough level. And we're going to go this one, because the post-apocalyptic Mojave Desert is a treasure trove of weird, bizarre things.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Hope you don't mind, Doc, but I might take a look around the place, see if there's anything that might be of greater use to me than you after we have a little chat. Oh, nice hat. Not necessarily my style, but kudos to you.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was
Logical.
just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Well, thanks for the Pip-Boy you called it. That should come in very handy out there in the wastes. And yeah, I don't think the whole blue jumpsuit shtick is necessarily my style either, but hey, it's better than nothing. Yeah, that's kind of rude. You know, he kind of patched me up free of charge, helped save my life. Let's be nice to the guy. So, thanks for patching me up, Doc. I really appreciate it. Especially the whole not
Don't
charging me
mention
for it.
It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt
mean
out
like a
there, you come
robot
right back.
metal
I'll
fella?
fix you up. But try not to get
kind
killed
of bizarre.
anymore.
Oh, I'll do my best not to get killed, Doc. Don't you worry. Alright. So explore the town. Speak with Sunny at the saloon. Okay. I guess before we do that, let's take inventory of what we all have. Take a look around the place. See what might be of use to us and not to Doc here. And talk to Doc and see what else he knows about the area. Because I'm not entirely certain as to where we are as far as Goodsprings goes. Alright. Looking good there. We have a 9mm. Let's get everything set. Machete. That should be, I guess, mildly useful. Ooh, shotgun. And a nice heavy-duty 10mm pistol. We've got some more jumpsuits. Ooh, that's a little bit more my style compared to a bright blue jumpsuit. Oh, I had a decent amount of stuff. Let's see what I got here. Talk to Sunny at the Prospector Saloon. I was already planning on it. Go to Prim and talk to someone at the Mojave Express. Speak with Victor. And try to find the men that tried to kill me. Not super in a rush to do that, seeing as there's 3 of them, 1 of me. And I'm not keen to repeat what happened last time. And it looks like I left some stuff behind in Prim, so 2 reasons to go back that way. And our delivery order, let's see what this is. Instructions. Deliver the package at the north entrance to the Vegas Strip by way of Freeside. An agent of the recipient will meet you at the checkpoint, take possession of the package, and pay you for the delivery. Bring the payment to Johnson Nash. So that's probably who I have to talk to at the Mojave Express Agency in Prim. Yep, I'll have to find him. Bonus on completion, 250 caps. That's a good chunk of change. Manifest contains, like he said, a poker chip made out of platinum. Alright, what are the penalties? You're an authorized agent of the Mojave Express package until the delivery is complete and payment has been processed, contractually obligated to complete this transaction, and materially responsible for any malfeasance or loss. Failure to deliver to the proper recipient may result in forfeiture of your advance and bonus. Criminal charges and/or pursuit by mercenary reclamation teams. Mojave Express is not responsible for any injury or loss of life you experience as a result of reclamation efforts. Do you cover, or are you at all responsible for injury and almost death in the pursuit of delivery of said cargo? Because if you are, we're going to have a little talk. Alright, I think that's everything, at least there for the time being. Let's start right here. What are these? Noticed them earlier. Spurs. Lucky spurs. Let's put those on. What do we got here, Doc? Some stim packs. Anti-venom, that'll be useful. Ooh, what do we got here? Laser pistol. Not exactly my forte. I know enough about them to kind of keep them in order. But I think that one will do me better to sell off and get some money for it. Cigarettes, because, why not? You're already walking around in a radiated hellhole. Hellscape. Smoking's not going to do much to, doctor's bag should be useful. To change the probability of you getting cancer or dying. So you might as well live it up a little bit. Broken 9mm. Let's take a look. It might be look. Ah. There we go. That's a pretty easy fix. Let's do that. And never hurts to have a couple empty bottles on you. And of course, fluids. Drinks in a desert. Always important to stay hydrated. What else do we got? Not much of the needle kind of drugs. And blood packs are kind of a no-go for me. Let's see, this is our little, like, psychiatry area. Some miscellaneous stuff. Any good books, Doc? Let's take a look. Not really. Alright, what do we got this way, then? Yeah, a couple shotgun rounds and caps. Money's always a good and important thing to have, as is ammo. Still no good books there. Do, however, have a handful of caps. Which, I don't know, he treats one person, that he pretty much makes up what I just borrowed. Food. Yeah, I'll take some. Never hurts to have. I guess worst case I can sell it or break it down. What do we got here for first aid? Water! Stim packs. Awesome. No. Closest I usually do needles are stim packs. Not hugely fond of the whole stabbing yourself thing. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's his bedroom. Let's leave him some bit of privacy. Bathroom. And last stop, kitchen. What do we got in here, Doc? Yeah, I'll take a steak. Alright, let's go have a chat, Doc. Got some questions I'd like to pose to you, if you don't mind. Nope. Hey, Doc. Nope.
I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
Appreciated. Let's first get a lay of the land. Where are we? I think you mentioned Good Springs, if I remember correctly. Tell me a little bit about it.
This here's Good Springs, named after the water we got here, just down the road to the southeast. Good Springs Source, they call it. It's a quiet town, and that's how we like it. We don't go looking for trouble, though occasionally it sees fit to come looking for us.
So do you sell the water? Is that how you make money, or what? Sounds like you're kind of on the outskirts of any... kind of in the middle of nowhere. Anything else you can tell me about Good Springs you care to share?
Well, there's a general store just up the road, run by a fella named Chet. He don't got nothing fancy, but he's got your basics covered. If you're looking to wet your whistle, just past Chet's is the Prospector Saloon. The bartender there, Trudy, knows everyone in town. Other than that, there's not much to see. Just people trying to scratch out a living.
Trudy at the saloon and Sonny at the saloon. I'll certainly make sure to go stop by and say hi to them, see if they know anything. And in my experience, barkeeps tend to know a lot of local gossip and info, so that'll be good to know. No, I'm pretty good on supplies right now. Let's not be too sassy with him. He did fix me up for free and is letting me borrow some of his stuff. You said a metal fella named Victor saved me, rescued me. Were you implying that he was a robot?
That'd be Victor. Curious fella. He's sort of odd, and I don't just mean because he's a robot. I
Okay, so
couldn't
I
tell
read
you
that
much
right.
about him. He's real friendly, don't get me wrong. You just get the sense that ain't the whole picture. Just a feeling. He keeps to himself mostly.
How do you mean?
You want to know more about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. He has a shack on the southern edge of town.
Okay, I guess I'll talk to him and some of the others, see what they know about him. Maybe take a look around his shack while he's not there and see if there's anything suspicious. I don't know. Robots kind of randomly helping you are a little bit weird. How about the guy that shot me? You know anything about him, or any of the locals tell you anything about him?
I didn't see him or the men with him. You
Damn.
might ask around town, though. Could be someone saw which way they was headed. Your best bet would probably be Trudy, the bartender at the saloon up the road. If anyone saw anything, she'd know about it.
Yeah, that was probably one of my first guesses or places to go. How about yourself, Doc?
Well, I already told you I came from a vault. After that, I was a traveling doctor for a spell. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Most folks out here ain't educated, so people with medical know-how are hard to come by. I found that I could help a lot of people with what I knew, and that was all right with me. Eventually, I went back and married my childhood sweetheart, and that was the end of my traveling days. Didn't miss it none then. Still don't.
It's a noble thing to go out into the wastes and be a doctor. Can't imagine that's an easy job, or that you weren't targeted on more than one occasion for your services or supplies. Crazy place. I know when we were kind of talking earlier, you mentioned something about being taken from you. What was all that about?
Well, ain't we all, right? That was a long time ago. I don't pay it much mind anymore.
Fair enough. You don't want to elaborate? I'm not going to pry. Your business is your business. Yeah, looks like I've got all the info I need from you, at least for the time being. I, again, appreciate everything you've done
You
for me,
take care
Doc.
now.
You as well. I will do everything in my power to not have to necessitate your services in the very near future. And here we go. The long stroll to the door that separates us from the answers to who shot me. Guess there's no better time than now to jump from the frying pan and out into the fire.